Okay, the Sears Roadtalker 40 was it? Oh, I'm trying to remember what they call them now. The Roadtalker Sears 40. Hang on, paperwork. That doesn't even help me out. They had a Roadtalker 40, I think was what the actual name was. Roadtalker 40 rings a bell. Anyway, I've got my cup of tea here. Look at that cup. Who knows what the logo is? We thought it was just funny because it had CB written on it. I don't remember where that came from. Anyway, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Especially when we're testing a CB radio. And this is one of Ross's collection. And this is going to a good mate of mine, Dale. You know who you are. And you have good taste in radios. Dale bought our big jumbo. And I shouldn't sort of talk too much. But anyway, you guys don't know who Dale is. So that's sort of good. I should be keeping... Dale could be anywhere in Australia or the world, because we've been shipping so much into Europe and the US lately. Anyway, he's a great guy, and we get to chat on email quite a bit. And isn't it funny? Like sometimes you've got clients who become quite good friends because you just have things in common. We've got a few things in common, health-wise, etc., that we've been able to discuss, and it's been quite something. Anyway, let's get on to the radio. Sears Roadtalker 40, I think they were called. Yeah, you can see under here. Roadtalker 40. Right, I'm going to pull this out properly in a second, not wreck the... but here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. When you bought one of these, this is fair dinkum what comes with them. That is fair dinkum. It's brand new. The Roadtalker 40 microphone, which we'll pull that all out in a minute. This was very similar to a lot of the Cobra mics and a lot of, they obviously rebranded quite a few of these mics, etc., etc. You could run these radios off DC as well as running them off 110 volts. Dale, just something to be noticed, this is 110 volts. So we use these little, just for people's information, these cost us like $100 off eBay. The Shogun ST3000s, I think about $120 delivered to your door, something like that. So when you've got 110 volt radios, I highly recommend, not actually doing the big conversion unless you're really anal, but then, you want to have to think about the clock and you've got to, look, anyway, it's all too hard. I'm someone that keeps them 110 volts, but, we've done mods for people to obviously put them back to, over to 240 volts. Even got, all the fuse connections, etc., and fuse bits, and obviously the original 110 volt cord. And that there being 110 volts on the plug there. So yeah. All right. Well, let's pull this thing out and let's have a look at it. I've spent 2 minutes and nearly 3 minutes introducing it and talking about my cup of tea. Let's get onto the radio. Dale, we sold this too cheap. Way too cheap. That's all right, mate. You know what? It's going to a good home. But look, it's brand new. It is absolutely brand new. I'm not going to disclose the numbers on here because I believe in client confidentiality, but I will say this much, Dale, you are probably $500 in head on this. By what I was talking about, some of the offers we got probably about a year ago for this. I probably should have pulled out the box. That is just gorgeous. All right, let's get the plastic off it. But don't panic, Dale. It's yours. It's no problems. I just looked at it and went, oh, what are we selling that for? That's really cool. I've had out the box probably about a year ago, but just didn't get a chance to fire it up. Let's hope it all fires up. That'll be my way out. If it doesn't work, I'll be able to say, oh, sorry, Dale, can't sell it to you. Hang on, mate. Let's get this wrapper off and hook up some power. Bugger, it works. Hang on, is it transmit? Look. I'll turn some, what have we got? Fine tuning, RF gain. Let's have a look here. SWR, cowl there, yep. Da-da-da. All right, let's have a look. We're doing the receive first. Have a look how clean this thing is. Let me turn this down. Sorry. Let's turn this one down here too. See, that's a bit noisy. How clean is that? Well, it's not about how clean it is. It's just brand new. I'm just trying to see if there's any marks at all on it. No, this is brand new. Absolutely brand new. Like even when I put the PIL 25 on it, it was so crisp, tight and crazy. That is absolutely like brand new. And I would have thought this is probably about a 1980s, 1990. So this has been sitting away just in hibernation for all those years. My goodness. All right. I'm putting about 0.5 there. Hang on, let's go back down so I can go to 0.2. Now bring that receiver on it. Unbelievable. 0.2 of a microvolt, so minus 120 dBm. Check that. You're hearing it. I got to 0.5, but that's about 0.5 there. Very noise free, so really good there. Here we go. Jeez. Right on about 50 microvolts there, so geez, I tell you what, not bad. That was a bit noisy. Still can't get over how clean this thing is. Let's just check all its digits work. Always you never know. Sitting around for a lot of years. Looking fabulous. That switch is so new. As a tech for many, many years, you get used to the feel of things, and they get sloppy after time, etc., but oh wow. Alright, I need a drink of my cup of tea for this. Alright. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Hello, 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 getting transmitter. Yep, absolutely. They're not a gain microphone, so I think that if I was going to have, I'm just checking they don't have a battery in them just to make sure. But no. There wasn't a version of this in the Cobra and the Realistic where they have a battery and an actual gain. So what they've done is, look, a little bit of a compromise. I think they should have went with a gain microphone in there to just give it a bit more drive. That being said, it's still quite a pleasant audio output, and certainly the power output's good. And so mode, and we should get AM mode there. Yeah, absolutely. Now I'm on the 150 watt scale here. That's not going to work very well. I was thinking before that didn't look right. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's better. Arlo, 15 watts. Oh, actually, that microphone's driving a lot better than I would have thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. And let's go back to sideband. That's obviously peaking on. I'm on a peak meter. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's a good 12 to 15 watts peak. Hello, 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 hello. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. How could you not run a quick cable to this? I don't know if any DX or anything's happening or anyone's around the place, but let's put an antenna on it. Got to do it. Got to do it. There's a little bit of skip. I'm just on a horizontal dipole at the moment. What about? Sometimes you find down in the AM Super Bowl. Bit of US stuff there on 4. What about 6? No. Back to sideband. Tone switch. Well, variation. Certainly very much. It's kept its calibration really right. I wonder if anybody can actually hear us. 229 testing. 229 testing. Anybody tell us if we're getting out? Excuse me. Yeah. It's a little bit of light skip in there. But there is nothing to be heard coming back to me. Someone's just a bit off frequency there. Can just hear someone there. Anybody out there hear us? Go ahead. 229 testing. How's it? Yeah, that's right. So check the SWR. It's looking good. What is the SWR? Let's go to channel 33. Turn this down a bit. Go to the lock position. So we've got carrier. And we're going to basically have a bit of a look at our SWR calibration. How do I do it on these things? Oh, calibrate button. Sorry, that would help, wouldn't it? Okay, so calibrate. So we come off calibrate, and we'll come to the SWR. 1 to 1. That dipole's working all right. Okay, VK. Oh, sorry. 229 testing channel 33. Right. Okay. Forgetting which bands I'm on. Righto. Okay. Now go back to. Oh, someone on 34 just. Oh. You got ping by camera. These guys are in a state that...
Really, there's a big area where I normally come through when I come home. But the thing is, I've never been, in my whole life, I've not been pinged for speeding.
Break.
I've
No. They're never going to hear me.
That was when I was a very young fella, but that was, I haven't really
The problems are just being on a dipole, to be honest.
for speeding.
These guys will all be vertical. He's coming up a bit. Anyway, we won't try to... Oh, the skip's... No, skip is coming in. Wow. Isn't it funny how the band can change so fast? It's just starting to come up. Anybody out there tell us if if they can hear me at all? 229 testing a Sears Roadtalker 40.
To be used, why they go to 10-metre amateur, do a licence, because everybody that's on this thing doesn't have to have a licence. Why? Because they're freaking not intelligent enough.
I don't know about that. Anybody out there tell us if they can hear 229 testing a Sears Roadtalker 40, please?
You understand the protocol, but when you come down here,
No.
you go, oh, fuck the protocol.
Okay, we can't really have that on air. All right, let me just turn that down. All right, so sometimes certain things will bleed through that are not meant to. So please, I apologise if you did catch some of that. Hopefully it was a little bit off clarification and you didn't quite catch it. Let me just get off 35 for a minute, just while people are having a bit of a, I don't know if I'd say an argument, or certainly a conversation. Look, anyway, much like I could sit here all day playing around with different channels and seeing what we can do. Nice to sort of hear a little bit on there. Not everything we heard was probably quite what I wanted, but anyway, very nice, beautiful base station. And, you know, to have everything with it and its boxes and books and blah, blah, blah. Look, perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right. Dale, I'll shoot this video up so you can have a look at this tonight. And I think you'll be, well, you've already committed, but this will only make you commit more. Oh, I'm not winning, am I? Okay, let's just turn that volume down. I just can't win. Oh, Channel 35 has its moments, guys. All right, so there you go. One of the very few radios where they actually, I'm more surprised with that the pickup on this. I didn't realise I was on the 150 watt scale when I first was testing. I was on the 150, and I thought, oh, that meter's not moving much, but no, it was needed to go down the 15 watt scale. We're not using a 100 watt transceiver here. And that's the thing. By the way, quite legal here in Australia. No reason you can't run this radio as far as it's 40 channels. It's non-modified. It's brand new, and it doesn't have any FM or CW or anything that makes it outside of the. Look at type approval is a funny thing. It could be argued, well, it doesn't have an absolute, type approval number. Well, probably not in Australia because not many of these made it out to Australia. But I think ACMA really look at the ethics argument. When something comes in and it's got massive modifications all over it, and it's factory modifications, but they don't comply with our, usual approvals. Well, they're going to look at that pretty harshly. Something like this, they're going to look at and say, that's a real collectible, piece of radio history that theoretically, yeah, you should be able to transmit on. But yeah, I was just wondering too. Okay. So what this does, look at that. So if you turn the lights off in the room, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, I can, but it's not really showing up very well. On the camera, see in real life here, that display is dimming. I wonder if I pull it back. So as I cover the dimmer thing, to say it actually brightens up. So anyway, just interesting. All right, thanks very much, Dale. I think you'll be impressed. I'm certainly impressed. If you don't want it, sing out. I'll keep this one. I honestly, I have pulled out the box before, once before. I should have remembered this. That's what happens when you sell things and you think, oh, this sort of okay. You know, I remember this, to be honest, as being a little bit marked and possibly been out the box quite a few times. Well, I've obviously had another one as well, and I've confused it because this one from Ross, and I know this came from Ross. I recognise the box from Strictly Ham. Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me that it's, you know, such a good condition radio from Ross. It's yeah, have they calmed down here? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, Skip's starting to die down. You can tell by... Anyway. All right. 73s. Thanks very much. Have a look now. Roadtalker 40. Well, it's not really mine soon. But, yeah. I think the new owner's going to love it. I certainly would if I still owned it. All right. 73s. Thanks very much, guys. All the best. Cheers.